I'm Rochelle, that's Rachel, and that's Paul. Our project was on a nonprofit called Autism Speaks, and we specifically did the event for, or the project was actually on a specific event called Walk Now for Autism. Okay, so our client, even though Autism Speaks was the nonprofit that we chose, we actually specifically worked with the planning committee, which is a Los Angeles chapter for Autism Speaks. The committee consists of Jess Block, she's the committee chair, Caitlin Mapp, publicity, Sal, online committee, he handles the website, social media. Michelle, she's the gift bag chair, Sheila does marketing, and Michael also works with Sal, he's the online committee chair. A little bit, sorry, I just want to go back. A little bit about the client. Autism Speaks, they advocate early detection for autism, and they just kind of want to get the autism community together. They actually financially support families that have autistic kids too. Walk Now for Autism, it's the premier autism event in Los Angeles. It's going to be held next year in April. The walk is actually the largest generator of funds for Autism Speaks, so that's why it's their main event, and that's what they're really focusing on right now. So their target publics, we actually identified 3 target publics for them. Potential walk participants, which is either previous walkers. Their walkers are generally people that are in the autism community, so either 1 or maybe 2 of their children have autism, or they work with kids with autism, or family members who are somehow associated with autism. Local businesses, they look for local business to do sponsorships and do kinds of in-kind donations. And local media outlets, especially that the event is in LA, they try to target local media. Like right now they have ABC7. Okay, these are the committee's goals. We'll just run through them real quick. Raising funds for Autism Speaks, so the dollar amount raised is actually their #1 goal. That's their main focus. Ideally, they would like to have 20,000 walk participants for next year. As far as social media, they're really into Foursquare right now, so they would like to have 10,000 people check in to the walk on Foursquare. Other goals, raising awareness, bringing together the community, getting press coverage out for the event, and acquiring new media sponsors.
Okay, the strategy for the Autism Walk is to recruit new and previous walkers. So they always want new people that maybe like just found out they have like an autistic loved one, or just new businesses and new people in the community. Get them out, and then obviously keep the previous walkers that have participated in the past to come back. They also attract local businesses to participate, because a lot of businesses will do like sponsorships and things for them, and they can get like a group of the business people in their business to go participate in the walk. And then their tactics are traditional media and social media. They use news releases, and they have ABC7 that covers the walk for them. And then the social media that they use like Facebook and Foursquare and Twitter and some other things. So they really don't have like tons of media outlets, but besides like social media, and they just use like a couple traditional media. And then the tools that they use again are Facebook, Twitter, Foursquare, and then press releases. So on Facebook, I know that they have somewhere close to like almost 1,000 on their Facebook, just for the Los Angeles chapter. And then on Twitter, they had even more people following them on Twitter. And Foursquare, they've kind of gotten into it this year, having a big thing where they wanted to get people to check in at the walk and kind of show that like a big group was at the walk, so it would be shown to all the Foursquare users. And they also got them to do like a Foursquare badge. I don't know if you know about Foursquare, but you can get badges
So in our SWOT analysis, here are the list of the strengths. So we're going to go through a list of them. I'm going to point out some of the more important factors in here. Their strength, one of the biggest ones was that all their members, it's all volunteers in the planning committee, and all of them had like a personal connection with autism. So either they have a child or a brother or relative, anything like that with autism. So it makes them really dedicated and they really care about it. And also their parent organization is really well known. It's the biggest one in the United States. Another one is their innovativeness, especially for the Los Angeles chapter of the walk. They made a Facebook profile for last year's walk, and Autism Speaks actually took that profile and made it the permanent profile for all of the autism walks in the United States and all the local chapters as well. They've received some corporate interest in the past, and it is the largest autism event in Los Angeles. So the weaknesses that they want is they want to involve donors with more of a yearly basis and sort of be involved with them going throughout the 12 months. Right now, most of the support is just year to year. They don't have people from the last year doing this year. So they also get less news coverage than they want. They have a media partner in ABC7, but they would ideally like more outlets to pick up their press releases. And one problem is it also it was a positive, but in this case also negative, is being mostly volunteer based. It's not very well structured. It's, Jess is the chair, and people do go to her generally, but also the national office does come in, and when they like something they're doing, they start dealing directly with them, and that sort of loses the chain of command and sort of ruins things for them. And well, another one is that there are many walks, and many walks with causes that are more far-reaching than autism. So, for example, cancer, walking for breast cancer, things like that actually compete with attention. So, you know, why would people go to theirs as opposed to other ones unless they have a personal connection? So, opportunities, they definitely can capitalize on the social media talent that they have. A couple of the people there actually work in social media for their regular jobs, and so they really bring that here. There is some growing corporate interest. They mentioned in the meeting that Connects, the founder of Connects, is interested in sponsoring them more, and they can also bring in a lot. Right now, it's almost all of their attendees have a connection autism, and they really would be able to bring in a lot of people that don't have that personal connection. And so threats is, of course, they mentioned the lack of news coverage. One that we found that was interesting that they were not aware of is that there are groups that are actually opposed to Autism Speaks. Autism Speaks is the main provider of, like the main recipient of their money is medical research on autism. And some people actually equate early detection of autism to murdering unborn children, even though it's just notification. They're not telling them what to do with that knowledge. This group is really opposed to them. They have a lot of YouTube pages and things like that with similar names to Autism Speaks, and have a lot of really negative things about it. The other thing is, since they're volunteers, they did mention they have a tendency to burn out, even though they're only required to spend 2 hours a month doing the work. They often will work much more than that.
Okay, so this is our analysis for their strategies. We feel that they actually have really core defined strategies and some that are really undefined. The strategies that we think are really defined is that they want to increase walk participation through media coverage. They have done a really good job on that. ABC7 was actually their sponsor last year, and because they continued that relationship, that's why they also acquired them this year. So we think they're doing a good job on that. Also, to increase involvement and disseminate information to previous and current walkers. They need to work a little bit harder on kind of not having walkers just for the walk, but kind of keeping them kind of like involved year-round with other Autism Speaks activities. Undefined strategies, increasing awareness and involvement with walkers and local businesses. They don't really have measures of success for determining if they've actually increased awareness, so we recommend that they get like a tangible goal on that. And attracting a large amount of younger participants. With their use of social media, that is helping to get younger participants. and that was like their big thing with Foursquare is that it would attract more younger participants. But we think they need just kind of like a stronger strategy for that. For their tactics, media partnership, like I said, they got ABC 7. We recommend that they like when the walk is coming up, maybe like the week or 2 weeks before the walk, that they do what's like a media blitz and really send out press releases and see how much coverage they could get. Social media, they are doing a good job. Like they have a Facebook page just for the walk alone and for Autism Speaks. They have a Twitter and all that. Our recommendation is they actually don't have kind of like defined responsibilities. Like they don't have a person that's only responsible for posting on each page and everything. So we recommend that they do that. And they also don't have a set template for social media. Also rewards for large donors. They're currently doing gift bags, and for Autism Speaks, and this is not necessarily a decision of the committee, but as far as corporate, they're doing like a VIP package for large donors for the walk. That we think is actually good to, like, for getting people recognized and making them feel special, but it doesn't really correlate to year-round involvement.
Okay, the tools, they use media lists that they have already from other also like Autism Speaks chapters have like other media lists that they go through. They use Facebook again. They use Twitter, Foursquare, and the VIP packages is for like people who bring so many like walkers or get so many donations, like amounts of donations, then they get a VIP package. That's something that they really need to like push more because the research that we went through showed that a lot of younger professionals, like if they have an incentive like that for like VIP packages or like better gift bags or things like that, that it will keep them coming back. And then recommendations for future action is maintain current traditional media tactics. So keep up like with the ABC 7 and keep that going. Define social media strategy. So they kind of need to get like one person on there and kind of get actual goals of how many people, like how many more fans or how many more friends they want to get on their social media. Set tangible quantitative goals. So some of their goals are kind of unrealistic. And so they need to start setting more tangible goals. And implement incentives to increase participation in young adults. Again, that's like more VIP services or like a VIP area or something, better gift bags and so forth.
So as a conclusion, we found that they were actually doing a lot of things right. That's probably comes from the fact that a lot of the people that work in the planning committee do PR work outside of there. So they had a lot of them were a little bit older and hadn't really adapted to more new strategies. They have a couple of doing social media. They really just need to tweak their tactics a little bit, as you mentioned. They just need to set more realistic goals around social media, more goals around or they should also, we want them to test how people feel after the event and whether it measure their impact in that way. And just keep doing what they're doing and improve in the areas that they need to, and they'll keep doing a great job.
Any questions?